Hey, good afternoon and welcome to the adventure. Today's adventure a little different than normal. I am gonna do a review on a e-bike that I picked up about a month and a half ago. I've been riding it occasionally, doing some errands on it, and just kind of getting used to how the e-bike works. I figured I'd spend some time now doing a review so you can see what I've got. I actually bought an Aventon Pace 500. I bought it from a local bike shop here in town. The company that sells this bike will sell you one online. I would suggest if you have a local bike shop near, go buy it from them. It's just easier to get support and repairs when you need, instead of having to worry about doing something online. So here's the bike I bought, the step-through version. They make one with a top tube on it as well, but I'm going to put a trailer on the back of this instead of having to lift my leg completely over the trailer. It was just easier to buy one that you could step through and ride it like that. Okay, we're going to start here in the back. This is a 750 watt peak, 500 watt sustained, 48 volt brushless rear hub. It makes about 28 miles per hour on pedal assist, and there's a throttle on the bike as well, and you can do 20 miles per hour on the throttle. There's actually 5 levels of power assist. We'll go through them here in a little bit. The frame itself is a 6061 double butted aluminum alloy frame. Pretty good welds on here for this bike. If you look at, I don't know if you can see the welds, but they do a pretty good job on the aluminum frame. Got a 170 millimeter crank set on it. The bike weighs about 49 pounds, before you start putting the accessories on. It's a little heavy, but when you're power assisted, it doesn't really matter. It has pretty good components on it. It's got 8-speed Shimano. This bike has Acera components on it for the rear derailleur, and for the brakes, they are hydraulic brakes, and they're Tektro brakes, so not a bad setup for the bike. So I talked a little bit about the throttle here. So this is a throttle on demand, and as long as you're not in the 0 power setting, if you're at a red light or need to get out of the way really quickly, you can push the throttle down, and that gets you about 20 miles an hour, like I said earlier. We'll go test it out here in a little bit. It does have an LCD display. To turn the display on, first you need to turn the battery on. So you get 4 green lights. Push the power on button, hold, and your display will come up. And as you can see, you've got an energy bar with a speed in mile per hour. The PAS is the power assist. It goes from 0 to 5, and then, like I said, my bike's about 6 weeks old, and I've put 109 miles on it, 109 fun miles on it. I have put some new grips on it. The ones that come with it were not bad, but I had these in the garage and decided to put them on. They're an ergo type grip. It does have an 8-speed shifting system on it, so that's good. And it has 180 millimeter hydraulic disc brakes, like I said earlier. Black spokes. It comes with a Cadence Sensor, of course. That's the Cadence Sensor there. The bottom bracket is a square tapered sealed bottom bracket, and the chain, typical 8-speed chain. Alright, so we're out on the ride, and like I said, this thing weighs 48 pounds, so it's a lot heavier than my road bike and my gravel bike. But it doesn't do too bad. If you run out of the battery, and the battery will last, I think, about 40 miles before you have to manually pedal back from where you're from, it wouldn't be too bad, but it is heavy. And I'm hoping you can hear me because it is windy out today. But as you can see, the PAS right now is at 0. PAS now at 1. And that takes you power assisted to about 12 miles an hour. And then you can start feeling the bike, you know, push back on you from that standpoint. PS2 takes you till about 17 miles an hour assisted, not too bad. PAS3, you can really feel the power kick in now. You're looking at 20 miles an hour pedal assisted. That's pretty good. Brakes on it are real good too. You can tell they're really nice hydraulic type brakes. PAS 5, and I'm in the 8th gear, 8-speed drivetrain. I'm at about 25 miles an hour assisted, and I still have 1 to go, and I got a headwind right now. PAS 5, and you can just feel the power continue going with you. Very little effort, and like I said, really good brakes. So we'll get up here. There's a little bit of an incline, and again, I hope you can hear what I'm saying, and I'll show you exactly how the power assist works, right? So now this incline's not real big, but it is a little bit of an incline. Like I said, here's your throttle. So by just putting it on the throttle, it starts moving. As you can see, no pedaling. Moving up the hill. We're about 10 miles an hour up the hill, 12. So not too bad. But as you can see, the energy bar suffers because you're using a lot of the battery to get up the hill. Back into panel mode, power assist at 5, and you can move pretty good. You know, some people may say this is cheating, but the way I look at it is if you're out on a bicycle and not in a car, I think that's really a good thing. I'm at 22, push the throttle down and nothing's happening right now because I'm above the 20 miles per hour. But once I get down below the 20, I can push the button again and it'll take back off and get you back to the 20 miles per hour. So yeah, this is it's a pretty fun little toy to have. I've done some grocery shopping on it, run my errands around the town here. I made a promise to myself that, you know, if it was 5 miles or less, I would try to ride the bike. There's no reason in getting in the car, cranking that up. It may be a little harder in the winter time for me to go do that just because I don't like the cold. But I'm going to continue to try to do that. Yeah, I mean, if you've never ridden an e-bike, go find a dealership that's got one and have them let you try it out. And hopefully you'll enjoy it. I know I do. So there you have it, the Aventon Pace 500. Just a quick review. Thought you'd like to see that. If you did like what you see, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Love to hear your comments on what you think about e-bike versus, you know, regular biking. How you feel about it. It's always interesting to hear people's perspective. And as always, I appreciate you looking in on the channel. And again, please like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll See y'all on the next adventure.